When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co.
All right, good morning and welcome in here on this Thursday morning as we are live from our Southern Regional Medical Center studio. Shout out to Jason Ramazan, Charles Harvey, Kevin, BJ, the whole squad over here at Southern Regional as they house our show every single morning, and we appreciate them for doing so. Take such good care of us here at Tingle & Co. We thank them. But don't forget, we're also brought to you by FanDuel every single morning. Our show has partnered up with FanDuel this year, and they support us and allow us to bring you this show Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. And you've also got picks of the day every single day. If it's not announced here live on the show, it's in the Discord. And so make sure you get over in the Discord as well so you can stay up to date and continue making money following the Tingle & Co. pick of the day every single day. It's cashed more than it hasn't. So make sure you continue to tail those bets and join our Discord and use FanDuel every time you do it. Shout out to FanDuel Sportsbook. But good morning. Good morning to everyone in studio. Lloyd, Christian, Poji, how are we doing?
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Everybody
Morning,
doing all right?
fellas.
Poji,
Yeah.
welcome back. Good to see you again. Last
What's
time
going
we
on,
saw
fellas?
you were shirtless in the elevator and licking the whiteboard. So it's good to see you
I'm back.
back in
Yeah.
back in your natural habitat.
Full speed, ready
There
to
you
go.
There we go.
Having a good one.
Appreciate y'all getting in here this morning as we've got a good show ready for you. Jason Armstrong from Inside LSU Baseball joins us at 9 a.m. To talk about the fellas as they look to bounce back from their first loss of the season. They lose 6-7, right, Christian?
Nice.
To McNeese on Tuesday. Will turn around and start their weekend series tomorrow where they play 4 games, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, against Dartmouth and Northeastern this weekend. Grambling State is also in the mix. I believe plays those 2 teams as well, just not LSU in Alec Box. So make sure you stay up to date on everything going around LSU baseball so you can get in there and check out the Tigers this weekend. But they'll look to bounce back, and we'll talk to Jason Armstrong on how he thinks they'll do that and what he saw Tuesday night in that loss that maybe has led to concern or the lack of it. But last night, LSU proved once again that they own Ole Miss. Ole Miss will forever be in the locker for LSU. Even the sport, if there was one sport that I looked at and said, hey, maybe they're going to use this one to hold over our head, right? Maybe Ole Miss will get this win and then now push back at LSU, even though it won't mean all that much. But they don't in double overtime. LSU men's basketball, Matt McMahon's squad wins 106-99 in Oxford as LSU continues to dominate Ole Miss. Just absolute little brother energy from the Rebels as they lose 7 points last night in their home gym. Shout out to Matt McMahon, Max MacKinnon, and the squad for getting it done because there was a point in the second half it looked like it was moving towards being over. Like LSU had just kind of coughed the game up again. They started going down, but they battle back. They battle through 2 overtimes, and they get the job done. Max MacKinnon played 48 minutes and was huge in that victory. And it's just nice, honestly, to be able to once again hold something else over Ole Miss's head. They've pushed back so much since LSU snagged Lane Kiffin from their hands to be the next LSU head football coach. It turns into a comeback victory for women's basketball in Oxford last week. Now a comeback victory in double overtime in men's basketball in Oxford this week. You've also got LSU baseball in Oxford in April. And so as of right now, LSU sitting undefeated against Ole Miss since Lane Kiffin announced his departure and deciding to become LSU's next head football coach. So a huge win last night for the Tigers as they get the job done. And it was fun to watch. I mean, they played good basketball.
Yeah, they did.
This is the thing. Neither of these teams are very good, right? So that's obviously about it. But I told you these sorts of games were going to happen. Early in the year when we were talking about this team and where they could go in SEC play, that you were going to win some games because of Max MacKinnon getting hot. He was going to have those days where he's not making shots. He's going to have the games where he's hitting them, right? You've seen it against Texas now. Last night against Ole Miss. I think it was the SMU game before they got into conference play, where there's going to be games where he's just the shot is falling. And that's what it was last night. He got the job done, 34 points in 48 minutes in a role that he shouldn't have to be playing. But he stepped up last night. It was huge. And it's always just fun to beat up on Ole Miss. It really is. Once again, they've got nothing that they can hold over LSU's head because they've now stolen Ole Miss's head coach, beat them in women's basketball in comeback fashion in Oxford. Now men's basketball in comeback fashion in Oxford. And it just makes it even more exciting as you look forward to baseball, I think, in the middle of April. And then obviously September 19th next season is going to be the biggest day in maybe even college football history. I mean, it is going to be massive, and all of this just continues to fan the flame of what September 19th is going to turn out to be. Lloyd, your feelings on the Ole Miss, LSU, and do you think that all of these other sporting events, the women's basketball, men's, into baseball, that it all kind of plays a factor into what next season's football game could be?
Oh, I think that's the only reason for it, right? I think LSU Ole Miss has always had a bit of, certainly in football, a bit of something different in the air. LSU Ole Miss baseball, they kind of chase your tail a little bit.
Right.
They'll post one clip from the SEC championship over and over and over and over. It's like, but who won the national championship?
Right.
And so they won it. They're trying to climb up the mountain. They're always nipping at your heels. Now this has become, no, it's personal. And even LSU plays into it, but all of this will go away, I think, after the LSU football, Ole Miss football game comes to a head.
Yeah.
Like, that's just them. This is just like a little crumbs of what's to come, because it's like LSU isn't playing into it either, bringing cutouts of Lane Kiffin to a women's basketball game. Like, it was LSU could play this game too.
Hashtag spot the ball.
And that's what I was about to say. And then LSU basketball, their best post of the year.
Yeah. They've been getting bashed for the social media.
Their reply, I sent it to you. There was some Ole Miss tweet or I sent it to Tingle and Co.
Yeah.
The old tweet. Where and then he put the GIF. It's so
of
classic.
her slamming the jug of milk.
The Ole Miss video.
I hate LSU.
It's the best one.
I hate LSU. It was under Joshua Taylor McCoy posted a picture of the LSU team buses and obviously puts GTH LSU, which is go to hell LSU. And LSU basketball replies with the I hate LSU GIF, which is just the absolute best.
That's classic.
But it was it's always fun to shove Ole Miss in locker, even though Poji's got the Ole Miss colors on today.
Nah, it's just Vineyard Vibes, man. I'm just rocking the double V's. That's all.
There you go. But a fun victory last night. But yeah, it's just fanning the flame because I do think this all builds up to September 19th, and it'll always have, it'll always be high intensity and kind of the feelings will always be there when LSU Ole Miss after what happened, just like with LSU Alabama, right, when Saban ends up there. It always is a little bit different, but the first one is always the most different, right? I mean, the first time Saban came back to Baton Rouge,
it was mayhem.
It was a little bit different than all the other
It wasn't about
times.
football.
Right.
About people.
That's what September 19th is going to be in Oxford. And all of these kind of additional sporting events, men's and women's basketball, obviously baseball in April, will add to that. So
Wait. 2-0.
2-0? No, undefeated since Lane Kiffin's arrived. Ole Miss has absolutely nothing.
Looking
on
to go
LSU
5-0.
Yeah, it would be
Baseball.
a nice little sweep in April. I wonder if LSU softball plays in.
Yeah, what? We need to keep up with every single sport.
Yeah, we need to
Tennis.
keep the tally.
Check the gymnastics.
Yeah, we
need
gotta
to
check it all.
double check
Check
gymnastics.
the equestrian while you're at it.
LSU plays Ole Miss in softball at home here in Baton
Did we
Rouge.
beat them in soccer?
April 17th through 19th. Let's see, LSU gymnastics schedule. Because it'd just be nice to keep the attention on it. It is fun because of the way Ole Miss and their fan base has been on social media.
When we play them in hockey.
Facts.
They're not on the regular season gymnastics schedule. So
I bet our club lacrosse team's beating that ass too.
probably catch them in the intramurals as well.
Yeah, Quidditch.
Yeah.
Watch out now. I see him practicing.
The
Or I
golden
used
snitch?
to. Yeah. That's probably what they. No, that's not nice. April 10th, 11th, and 12th. LSU at Ole. They're all at Ole Miss.
I know everything's in Oxford.
Even that also
Yeah, I
football.
checked beach volleyball.
I'm glad that
I
one.
think.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. I want that. The football game needs to be in Oxford.
Right.
It absolutely has to be. It would be nice for the baseball game to be in
Ooh.
Alley Box, but
Ooh.
Tennis lost to Ole Miss
Oh.
when was that?
4 days ago. Number 4 LSU drops SEC opener to Ole Miss.
Shoot. Well, there's one loss, I guess.
Lane took all the tennis balls. They could play his baseball game.
Yeah. Well, he prefers pickleball anyways. So.
Oh, yeah.
But
And he just got a new
I saw that.
strike zone.
Yeah, I saw the little strike
the
zone.
KIF zone.
I thought it was pretty funny just looking at the each PVC pipe and the
Spot the
stickers
ball.
that they've put on it. There's a new energy around everything.
Yeah, they were never. Whoever made this was never asked to do this in the previous era.
I wonder
Like, you won't-
what their job was in the previous era. It wasn't to make the strike zone.
No, this is sick though.
File the paperwork, please.
Yeah.
But
Do
no, this
everything.
is sick. Spot the ball, just different. Get your popcorn ready. What does it say at the top? Does it just say go
KIF zone.
KIF zone? Yep.
K
KIF
zone.
zone.
And then just do stickers of him.
That's unbelievable. So what is this going to be?
For you saw the clip of them playing
the.
the wiffle ball game.
Softball.
Yeah, whatever that is, whatever
Yeah.
they're doing.
Now they've got their.
Kind of what we were doing.
Yeah. Out in the
In the parking lot. But this is just the strike zone. So when you don't have to have a catcher, you're just pitching to
course.
this. If it hits in any part of that, it's a strike.
Yeah, for a little bit of wiffle ball, blitz ball, spot the ball, just different. Get your popcorn ready. Shout out to Lane Kiffin and the vibes he's bringing around LSU right now.
I guess BK just would have been the path. You graduate champions. What else?
The
You're,
state of
you're
football.
spoiled.
The
The
state
state
of
of football.
football.
You're spoiled.
You're
spoiled.
spoiled.
It just takes one.
Look at my titties.
Yeah, well, I got skinnier.
Did you see
Yeah.
the Brian Kelly lookalike sitting in front of Wario at the game?
Who's to say that wasn't him? In the Eagles gear?
Yeah,
It looked like both Chip Kelly and Brian
I
Kelly
know.
mashed together.
It was jarring.
But it was.
See, I thought they were the same person for the longest time. So that still throws me off. When he got hired, I thought it was Chip Kelly.
no, I don't know if that would have been better or worse.
What, Chip Kelly?
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
No, either. It was interesting.
They're both kind of the same.
Yeah, but
Well,
no,
you
it was
would've had
a
an offense for sure. So that's one
We had that.
guarantee. Yeah, you did have that actually.
1 year.
1 year.
But you would have had an offense every year.
But I don't know how good he is at his job either.
No.
He bounces around.
He does bounce around a lot. But the picture of it was focused on the guy in the Wario shirt. Then it was like, wait, who's that sitting in front of
Is that
him?
Brian Kelly? Yeah, what?
Because first off, the Wario shirt is a great statement outfit. To pop on a full Wario
Yeah, it's basketball.
and then you got Brian Kelly, I guess. sitting
Brian
right-
Kelly's name is due to pop up again soon. Like,
And-
not
and-
even just his name, but his face. Like, he's due to make an appearance somewhere.
don't know.
or be
And that
seen
was
somewhere.
my next question because I was listening to somebody else and they were talking about if he gets another job or not. And I was just saying, I don't know what his plan is. I would assume he would look for another job, but at the same time, like, you just got 60 M's to leave, so like you don't have to.
He's not gonna fall off the face of the earth though. He's too.
But
good.
God, it does look just like him.
Especially that's like the former Brian Kelly. That's
Yeah.
the
That's
red one.
That's the I'm gonna execute all of them, Brian
Yeah, that's
Kelly.
the pre-Ozempic.
Because the Wario shirt, like I said, excellent statement with the chain on top of it.
the
The watch on the wrist, the fanny pack underneath, like a strong outfit for the gentleman in the back. And then it's like, wait, is that
This
is
like-
Brian
State.
Kelly?
This is Brian Kelly 10 years in the future.
or 10 years in the past.
Yeah, we're 10
Yeah.
years in the past.
I like the past.
But it
The
does
path?
look like him.
Past.
Fuck.
Oh, the path.
I'm gonna come on the
Path
path.
to the past.
But do you think he pops up again
As a coach,
somewhere?
I would be
Just in something, like there's no way, like Christian said, there's no way he just stays under the radar forever after this.
I mean, you've seen coaches take years off, right?
Of
Where
course.
they've sat back and maybe I need to
Sean Payton?
look at, well, yeah, I think that was mandated, but look around the league and see what job works best for me. I'm not hopping right back into coaching. Some become offensive coordinators,
Mullen.
defensive coordinators, and they'll just sit a year and wait to see what is available.
Right.
This year, this coaching cycle, there was jobs that he probably considered, yeah, I would do that. I'd be the Michigan head coach. I'd be the Penn State head coach.
Michigan State.
Michigan State. Like, those are all as good as it gets for those
Right up his alley.
and that's them taking a chance on him now.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the stock is at an all-time high to have Brian Kelly as your coach for the football team after he just went into LSU and dropped a bomb on it. And it's like, you ruined that program. It's a hard place to lose and lose like that.
Right.
And so I don't think people are very high on having him coach because it was wholly his fault.
Right.
And so if you want to bring in somebody like that, I just don't know what the reward is. And to couple that with, if I don't look for a job, I get to keep all of my money.
Right.
Versus if I do get another job, it gets offset. If I'm Brian Kelly, and how that whole thing played out, I'm sticking it to you by not coaching again because I don't want to help you in the least.
Yeah, I want to keep all this cash.
Right. If I don't get another job, he has to search for one. But
Right.
He can just be himself and not get one. And then you look over and it's like you're not helping LSU clear any of that debt
Right.
that they owe him at any point. Instead of, if he does find a coach, he gets offset by the other university. I think Brian Kelly is more than happy for LSU to have to write every single one of those checks.
Oh, 100%. So I think it'll be interesting to see if he ever pops up again. Obviously,
What is it like? What is he chasing aside from a national championship that he can't get if he can't get one here?
yeah, no, I mean,
That's just who he'll be. He'll be a Hall of Fame head coach with no national
Right.
championships.
it just comes down to if he wants to coach or not. 'Cause
Right.
I do think he can get an opportunity somewhere. I mean,
Maybe
like
Bill Belichick's staff.
Rutgers, even like some program in the Midwest, Northeast that's just kind of blah and wants a little bit of excitement. It'll be like, well, he is the winningest, active head coach if you hire him. But or TV. I mean, I don't know if anyone would want him on TV.
Exactly.
But
Why? Have you seen him on TV?
no, I know. I've listened to. Trust me, I've listened to a lot of press conferences. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. But the good thing is LSU's got their head coach, and that's Lane Kiffin, who is crushing it right now, and it has continued to do so since arriving in Baton Rouge. And it's just turned out to be good for LSU as they keep beating Ole Miss in every sport besides tennis, obviously. But tonight, LSU women's basketball faces off against Tennessee in the PMAC, 5 p.m., which sucks. The time of the game absolutely
This isn't
sucks.
a Saturday. This is a Thursday night.
It's a Thursday night where people are, have jobs, got to get from work. Like, they're not going to be able to make it.
Even the kids on campus with the class.
Right, and for 5 p.m., especially for it to be senior night, where there's going to be pregame
Yeah.
festivities, and they're going to do the recognition, all those things. I just think it's absolutely stupid
Yeah, 'cause-
by the TV companies that this game's at 5 p.m. tonight.
And they got to start everything at like 4 then.
Right.
Like,
Everything
all
gets
the-
bumped up further into the work. The people are going to have to take off and get off early to get into the PMAC to recognize one of the greatest players in LSU women's basketball history who's going to be recognized tonight, as it is Flau'jae Johnson senior night. Obviously, shout out to Izzy Besselman and Amaya Joyner, who will also be recognized tonight for senior night. But it's headlined by one of the biggest superstars in LSU history. I mean, you heard Joe Schwartz talk about it. What was that, Tuesday? Mm-hmm. Where, I mean, we brought it up and he got choked up, because of just the type of person Flau'jae is, and the level of player she's been since arriving in Baton Rouge. Harrison Valentine put out a tweet, and I thought it was really good, and it encapsulated it extremely well. He said, Flau'jae is the perfect example of an athlete not from Louisiana who came to LSU and made this place her own. We say it all the time. When you love Louisiana, Louisiana loves you back harder. And Louisiana loves them from some Flau'jae. You talk about we bring up fit often, right? Mm-hmm. Around LSU, mostly around coaches, but it's just a lot of times you look at fit and you go, well, they got to be from here, right? They've got to be from Louisiana to really understand, but not always, right? And I think, like Harrison said, Flau'jae is a great encapsulation of that, right? She's not from Louisiana. She's from Georgia. She's not, she's not Cajun. She's just, but she cares. She loved Louisiana. She made Louisiana her home. She made Baton Rouge her home. She gave back to the community. She involved herself in the community and in the city around her. And it's what's led to the superstardom outside of just the fact that she raps and her songs are playing during the warm-ups, or that she's got a national championship ring and 2 Elite Eight trips, or that she's top 10 in every category statistically in LSU women's basketball history. It's because she involved herself in this city, in this state, and became a Louisianian as soon as she got here. And you can tell Kim Mulkey has coached a lot of really good players, a lot of really talented basketball players. But there's something about Flau'jae Johnson, it's just a little bit different. That video of them embracing after the national championship victory in 2023 is something that will live on forever. Because Kim Mulkey's talked about it a lot of times, right? How special this era of her career has been, where she's been able to come back home to Louisiana and coach at LSU and bring it to the prominence that it is. Even though, they've got a national championship and they've got these Elite Eight trips and all, but they're packing out that arena night in and night out that Kim Mulkey's been able to build here in Baton Rouge. And she says, and has said many times, it's impossible to do it without a kid like Flau'jae Johnson committing to LSU and Kim Mulkey over all the other schools that wanted her out of high school. A McDonald's All-American, Kim Mulkey's first true recruiting class at LSU, and she gets Flau'jae Johnson here, and it's been nothing but excellence and greatness since.
And here's Kim talking about Flau'jae and senior night and how special it's going to be, because, like you said, everything you highlighted is part of it, right? It goes into Flau'jae not really being on LSU, not really being on Flau'jae's radar. She wanted to stay home, but then she also has this weird thing, other talent that you usually don't, that you rarely see. That, like, I'm sure other athletes have dabbled. You've seen it before. Like, I want to be an actor. I want to be a rapper. I want to be whatever. And they're like, in college, it's basketball. You're doing the one thing. And that's what Flau'jae was turned off on by a lot of schools. Like, you don't get to do the one thing that you've been doing your entire life.
Unless you're Greg Olson.
Right. Third leg Greg. Shout out. But Kim embraced it wholly. It was like, no, I think this is good for the brand. And I don't think you have the show, the brand that LSU women's basketball became without Flo. Like, it's part of how Kim embraced it and kind of changed the identity of it's not just Kim Mulkey. Right. It kind of empowered the players more than it did anything when you would think it's going to be the Kim Mulkey show. But it also turned into, like, no, I'll give you a platform.
It's the show.
And I want you to use it.
Right.
So here's Kim talking about Flo.
Jock, I would assume it is, because our last one is at Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Yes, I would imagine there'll be a lot of emotion, but the thing I'm going to not cry about is that it won't be her last time in this PMAC, because if you host the first and second round games, she's going to get to play some more in here. But as far as the regular season is concerned, yes, it will be the last time folks will get to see her play an SEC opponent.
Is it flyby? Because she's jumping in your arms to win the title just the other day, right now.
Yes, it does. What a remarkable career. What a, when you think of this program, as you correlate it to Alumni Day, can you imagine 10, 20 years from now when she comes back? The things that she has done, the attention she has brought to not only our program, but to LSU. She's a household name. When you go on the road, you don't get many cheers on the road. You usually get booed, but Flau'jae always has the most cheers because people listen to her music, and she's one of the hardest workers I've ever coached.
She's an absolute superstar and has been since she stepped foot on LSU's campus. And like Kim said, I mean, it is, when you think of in 10, 20 years, the alumni days then, who knows where LSU women's basketball will be, but I tell you what, that place will be packed if Flau'jae Johnson's coming back for Alumni Day, because she is the ultimate fan favorite, and I think tonight's going to be really special, truly. I mean, the amount of people that are going to show up and show out, I like I said, I absolutely hate that it is at 5 p.m. But I think the flip side of that coin is going to be, it's still going to show you how much she means to LSU fans, because they're going to get off work early and they're going to make their way into the PMAC just to support Flau'jae Johnson and watch this team face off against Tennessee in the PMAC tonight as they look to close out a strong 2026 season. But Flau'jae Johnson is a name. Tonight is the senior night of a player that is an all-time great in LSU women's basketball history. I mean, like we talked about for Angel's senior night 2 years ago. I mean, that's what this is. Look at this picture. I mean, this is one that happened 4 years ago when LSU, she arrives at LSU, her first season as a Tiger, wins a national championship. The embrace between Flau'jae and Kim Mulkey, second to none. And I'm super excited for what's ahead of this team this season and the way that they're going to close this thing out in 2026. But I know that tonight, the final regular season home game in the PMAC for Flau'jae Johnson is going to be a special one. And it's going to be an emotional one. I tell you what, just seeing Coach Schwartz on Tuesday get choked up the way he did, just thinking about it. Like, surprised himself. He didn't anticipate to be emotional or choked up. That was the plan coming in. I mean, when we discussed him coming on the show, it was like, I want to talk about Flau'jae and senior night. So, of course, I'm going to bring it up and ask him the question. I'm going to talk about it. And the second we threw that picture up on the screen, he kind of stopped in his tracks.
Yeah.
And that,
he was the one that's like, oh, I have these pictures. Like, it'd be cool if we could throw them up on the screen. And then you look over at him, and he's
choking up.
What's happening?
And that's the level of person and athlete, and like I said, like human being that she's been for the last 4 years, the way she's involved herself in the community. I mean, you saw with the K Yao Fund where they do the Play for K game every year. I mean, she's donated her money to match all the other donations, right? She's given back so much to the community. I mean, I wish we could just throw up a list of all the things she's done to help Baton Rouge and Louisiana.
This is her in the music video with Lil Wayne and Flau'jae, and Kim Mulkey makes a cameo.
I mean, it's just and
I don't think Kim Mulkey ever thought she was going to be in a music video.
No,
Certainly not a rap music video.
Not at all.
With Lil Wayne, be like, oh, this is pretty cool. That's when you talk about the brand, what she's brought to LSU. That is star power at its finest, and somebody that you recruited to come here. And not only do you win a national championship, you elevate women's basketball. It made it go from the excitement of Kim Mulkey to
right.
This is one of the most powerful brands in the sport.
Yeah, and like Kim said in that pressure, it's more than just the LSU women's basketball program. I mean,
it's LSU in general.
It's LSU in general. It's Louisiana. It's Baton Rouge. It's all of it, right? It's brought so many eyes on this place that we know to be special because we've grown up around it. So many other people have learned of it because of superstars like Flau'jae Johnson and the attention that she's brought to this program, to this school, to this city, to this state, has been massive. And there's a reason why it's called The Show. And Flau'jae Johnson, and this isn't a discredit to anyone else that's come into this program during the Kim Mulkey era, but Flau'jae Johnson is the poster child of it. Like this, she is the face of this era. These last 4 years, I mean, Angel Reese, no disrespect to her, because they don't win that national championship without her. She was the face of that team, and the year after that. But this past 4 years of success and what's in front of them this season, Flau'jae Johnson is the face of it, right? She arrived as a freshman. They win a national championship. She wills them to the Elite Eight with a huge Sweet 16 performance over UCLA. Last season, their Elite Eight run, and then what's in front of them this year. It's been a special 4 years, and tonight is the senior night for one of the biggest superstars in LSU athletics history. I mean, like Joe said, you look up at some of the biggest faces in LSU history. Flau'jae Johnson is up there, right? Maybe not. We have football sits kind of on this other playing field with Burrows and the Matthews and the Leonards and the Patrick Petersons and these guys, because football is football. But just from sheer superstardom, I mean, Flau'jae Johnson is up there with the greatest. And tonight is her senior night. The last time she'll be recognized in a regular season home game. Last time she will play in a regular season home game. They will still have 2 more contests in the PMAC, as LSU should and I believe will host the first 2 rounds of the tournament, the round of 64 and 32 in the PMAC. Once March gets here. But that is an NCAA sanctioned event. That is their sort of event. It's not supposed to be a home game. It's just hosted by a home team, however they want that to work. This is a true home game, the last true home game that Flau'jae Johnson will participate in as an LSU Tiger. So I suggest, if you can, get off early and get to the PMAC for 4:30 or 4 p.m., whenever they start the senior night festivities. Get there, because Flau'jae Johnson has left blood, sweat, tears on that court to provide a product and a winner for LSU fans to be able to root for over the last 4 years, and deserves the recognition and credit back. So an exciting night tonight as LSU and Tennessee face off. And just from a basketball standpoint, I mean, LSU and Tennessee, they've got some memories over the last couple of decades when it comes to women's basketball. I mean, you think this game means a little something to Simone on the sideline, right?
Brutal.
I mean, Kim Mulkey, playing Tennessee women's basketball, means something to her, obviously, because of her relationship. I mean, this Tennessee women's basketball is one of the marquee programs in the sport, although they don't have the record that really reflects it this season. With them sitting at 16-10, I mean, they are an extremely talented program, and they're coming off of 4 straight losses as they lost to Texas by 2, then Ole Miss by 13, and then Texas A&M by 8, Oklahoma by 7. So they've played the SEC schedule. It's been tough. But they've battled. They haven't been able to put it together to win a handful of these games, and they're looking for victories moving forward this season, as they've got LSU and Vandy left on their schedule, which is number 6 and number 5. So they're trying to find some wins. And tonight, I'm sure they believe they've got an opportunity to come into the PMAC and steal one. Last year's senior night was lost. Anissa Morrow and that crew, they couldn't get the job done on senior night last season, and I don't think LSU is going to want that to happen for Flau'jae Johnson senior night as they face off against Tennessee tonight, like I said, at 5 p.m. It will be on ESPN, nationally televised if you can't make it. So it's an exciting night in the PMAC tonight, so make sure you join. You get in there if you can, or you check it out on ESPN. Glimmer Fredette, it's not a stretch to say she's a top 5 player all-time at LSU. We're talking Simone, Fowles, Angel, and then maybe Pokey and Marie Ferdinand. 4's right there with them. No, I mean, I think you can make the conversation 1,000%. She is top 10 in almost every major category in LSU women's basketball history. A lot of the names that you see up there with her in those conversations are up there in the rafters, right? Sylvia Fowles and Simone Augustus, those jerseys are hanging. And we'll see where it goes, but she 1,000% belongs in those conversations. So make sure you watch her close out her career at LSU that has been absolutely awesome. and it'll be remembered tonight, which I'm sure the video Joe has been in charge of watching them prepare and get them ready to show on the Jumbotron tonight will be an emotional one for sure. But in a little over 15 minutes, we'll be joined by Jason Armstrong of Inside LSU Baseball as he'll join us as we discuss what LSU Baseball has in front of them this weekend. They face off against Dartmouth and Northeastern in a 4-game slate, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday in Alec Box Stadium, where the SEC schedule is right around the corner. I mean, it is not we have kind of flown through these first 2 weeks of the season. Obviously, this is weekend number 3, and it has just absolutely flown by. Dartmouth tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m., and then 2 p.m., 1 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, and then a 6:30 p.m. against Northeastern on Monday before they head to Lafayette on Wednesday. But then it's Sacramento State next weekend, Creighton in the midweek, and then you're at Vandy March 13th, 14th, and 15th. So you're not too far. You're about 2 weeks away from SEC play where you really get into it. So it'll be a huge opportunity for LSU to bounce back from that 7-6 loss to McNeese on Tuesday, their first loss of the season. Obviously, you've seen a handful of teams drop these midweek games. Last night, Georgia got upset by Troy. Auburn almost got upset by West Georgia. South Carolina loses to Queens.
That was crazy.
A program that had never beat
0-17.
a Power 4 program, and South Carolina loses that game. UL Lafayette last night beats Kansas State in a walk-off. Obviously, LSU will face them next week in Lafayette on Wednesday. But LSU lost their midweek, their first loss of the year, to McNeese this past Tuesday due to just some uncharacteristic mistakes. They gave 11 guys a free base, and like we said yesterday, for LSU baseball, when you look at the stat sheet after the game, if they've given up more walks than they've drawn, probably not a game they won, because this team is built on not making mistakes and capitalizing on others' mistakes, right? Especially at the dish. And so when you see more walks given than drawn, usually means it probably didn't go right for LSU. So I'll be interested to see how they bounce back, because I think it's a really good opportunity this weekend to really bounce back and get some momentum back and learn from a loss. Because that's what they need to do. It just wasn't. It was an ugly performance. I mean, just straight up, Poji, you were there. It was a tough one to probably be there for. I mean, they give up 2 big innings and that's it. And they just couldn't crawl back.
They started seeing the ball a lot better towards the 5th, 6th inning, moving forward. It was just sloppy. I mean, you could see it from the jump. It was just really sloppy. There wasn't, and it all starts with your starting pitching, and then the guy you bring in right after. Coop had a really tough day. He struggled, and I think it's just like you said, it's important to see what happens after this.
Yeah.
And I genuinely, I think they dominate this weekend.
Yeah.
I think they go into this weekend and just shut everyone up and go back to it, because they're gonna figure it out. They used every person in that bullpen, and when I tell you, those bullpens were messed up.
Oh, man.
Oh, it took 40 minutes. It took 45 minutes in the LSU bullpen.
Things you don't think about.
Yeah.
It was. I was tamping like a madman in that bullpen. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Bats got going later. I kind of Big John hit that home run. They were right there in that game. Yeah. They just got hot a little bit too late. Made the gap too big. I don't know. They'll be fine. Like we said in the beginning of the year, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
So.
No, I thought that I thought they were gonna find a way at the end of that game to turn it around, pull it out, and win. I mean, I remember what was it, North Dakota State last season, where they're just getting dominated, they're losing. Then they battle back and they find a way to win it at the end. And you can sometimes forget about the little mistakes when you find a way to win, because you won, so you don't really focus on those things. But obviously they lose, so you focus a little bit more on those mistakes.
Look, you'll see it every time Jay does his little team meeting in the dugout. something happens. And they did the team meeting, and then right away we got back on the board.
Yeah.
And so I think that's one of the things is they just sometimes need to have a fire lit under them, and they just need to keep going.
And I read, Jay talked about what his plan was pitching-wise for that game, and it was Marcos Paz, who got the start, but then he wanted to go Marcos, Ricken, Cowan, and Newt was kind of his plan. Obviously, they went more than just those 4 arms. They ended up throwing 10 of them, and all 4 of those guys got to pitch, but they just weren't the only ones.
Yeah.
And so he talked a little bit about the plan there was to get those guys out there, and they did. It was just a little bit more than I think they anticipated in that situation. So I wanted to ask you, Poggi, Lloyd, Christian, whoever wants to answer, when you watched the game, when you watched the movement of pitchers, the guys they pulled out of the bullpen and the moments they put them in, what were some of the things y'all noticed or key takeaways from those aspects? Because I liked the moments where you saw when Rizzy trotted out there. I think was a very obvious. Okay,
yes,
this is a moment. This game is now serious. Like it's not. There's no plan to get these guys work. It's now okay. We've got to find a way to win it. And I thought that was pretty obvious from that aspect. I've talked a lot about Rick, and I'm extremely high on him. And I thought he did some good things. But there were some things that surprised me that Davi got into the game earlier than he had been getting into games. Rizzy, like I said, he wasn't planned to go in this game. He ends up having to go in. Sheeran, once again, electric.
He's your guy. Like, he's going to be your guy in the bullpen moving forward.
Yeah.
We saw this, this past weekend in Jacksonville. Like, not your guy, but he's going to, like, if this team makes a run in Omaha, Devin Sheeran is going to be a big, big part of it.
Yeah, I mean, Jay, there's everybody. Because Jay said Marco's ceiling was probably 3, but we were 1 man on, a 2-strike count and 2 outs in that inning when they scored 4. He would have got that guy out and at least gone back out for the 3rd. We would have probably flipped it the 2nd time through the order. The plan was to go Rick and Zach and Newt tonight. They all pitched. I wouldn't call it under Plan A, though.
No.
Because it didn't go to plan the way.
No, even putting in Coop in that situation.
Right.
It was for a lefty, and he hits him.
Right, yeah.
And so it's just trying to get out of that inning, stop the bleeding, and you give up another run, and then you go to.
He didn't have any earned, but he still gave.
Well, yeah, those are all pauses.
Yeah.
Right. And you saw then another answer was asked. They asked him, and so with so many guys who have such big stuff, a night like this can happen. He said, "Yeah, there's a reason they're here. There's a reason they weren't drafted in the first round out of high school. There's always a piece out there for them to go get, whether that's control, command, strikes, velocity, pitchability. Some guys that struggle tonight, I have no doubt about their ability. Just keep it simple. Your readiness to pitch is really important for the first guy you face. Like Cooper came out and hit the guy we brought him in to face, and it put us in a tough spot. I thought it was early enough in the game that I didn't want to go to somebody else right away. Maybe I should have. I take my pitching decisions very seriously, even if they come in the 2nd inning. We asked a lot out of Maverick. He threw on Sunday. That's what big league relievers do. They throw 30 pitches, have a day off, and then pitch again the next day. Dax has been pretty good for us. He missed a pitch up. The guy flared into right field after hitting a guy early in the game. There's something all those guys would like back, but I have a lot of confidence in them. Let's go back to work tomorrow. I think they're meeting right now." That answer to me, if I'm hearing that as a player, right? If I'm hearing that as Rizzy or Davi or Coop, right? It means that as bad as it probably feels for the player, right? Because they're going to a lot of times when you make mistakes in a game and then you lose, you can put a lot of pressure on yourself and you can overanalyze those sorts of things. Then you hear your coach go out there and single out the mistake. He's not ignoring the mistake whatsoever. I mean, he addressed them. He's like, Coop hit the guy. We put him in there to face. Rizzy had to go out there and has to battle through something he's not used to. And Davi went out there and gave up, left one where he shouldn't have. So it's being addressed. It's being acknowledged by the coach, but it's also saying, but I have the trust and belief in them to fix those things and put them out there in that spot again. And so I'm extremely excited to see what the response looks like, because I still believe, even after that loss, the bullpen is still the strength of this team. Even though it wasn't the best looking outing for those guys, as you pitched 10 of them on Tuesday, I think they were all in interesting positions. They were in spots majority of them have never been in, right? Paz getting his first start as a true freshman. Came out really good in the first inning. Didn't really roll over into the second. They got put in a tough spot.
I don't think Coop expected to come in the second.
I don't think Coop expected to really pitch in that game.
Right, but then you have to go. You're sitting in the bullpen, like, okay, kind of probably feels like an off day, and then it's Coop, get ready, and it's like, oh, I'm pitching.
Oh, wow.
And it's high leverage situation that I'm going into, and then they said this on the broadcast. I didn't see it, but this was Ronnie Rance talking about it. He came back out for the start of the third, and I don't think he was supposed to go in, but he had already came out of the dugout. And so once you enter into the game, you have to face a batter.
Yeah.
And so Coop had to go one more, and then instead being able to go, because that's the only batter he faced, and they took him out immediately.
Yeah.
So it's just those little things, like this day is not going great.
Yeah,
like we're doing things we don't do, and so yeah, from the top down, it was Paz obviously getting that opportunity, and there he saw some good things. He just has to be able to control it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Armstrong talked a lot about this too, because after the first inning, he's like, this is what you can get with the guy that Jay has deemed, why isn't he pitching on Friday?
Right.
And you see the good, but then it becomes he's inconsistent because he's a freshman that you weren't sure if he's going to get to campus, all the potential in the world, but this is what potential is. You see the good with the bad, and then it became, well, we can't let this get too far out of hand without even giving ourselves a chance.
Yeah.
And so that's where you see the litany of arms come out, and even to find ways to challenge Rizzi. If you're going to be a big leaguer, you're going to have to do this. And so it's an opportunity to show if you're ready for that kind of situation. So you learned something, obviously. But while it's nice to have 10 arms, I still think the strength is the offense.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean.
They battled back,
yeah,
and you had.
They did, for sure.
If you look at this just on a sheer, like, take out the 7 players that either walked or got hit by a pitch when you threw 10 guys.
Right.
And you look what they did from a positive standpoint. It was they struck out 15. Like that's par for the course.
Right,
That's a high number.
That's a real
and
high
what you
number.
did offensively, you got the leadoff runner 4 times. You only scored once, and it was in the first inning.
Yeah.
And you had, I think there was 10 hits. Like, but you also struck out McNeese 14 times and only had 2 extra base hits.
Yeah.
Like everything that happened was self-inflicted. You
lost the game.
You beat yourself.
Yeah,
Right.
100%.
And you could fix those things.
Yes.
Well, and
All
that,
correctable.
and that's what you like. We've mentioned a lot, like how this team can make struggles, make some issues pitching, have a couple, struggles there, but then make it up for it on the hitting end.
Yeah.
And we saw that in Jacksonville, and we almost saw it on Tuesday against
100%.
McNeese. They were this close, and I mean they still had 8 hits, and they were able to put up 6 runs, and they still struggled
Because you're not seeing the outings where the offense is like Arkansas beat Arkansas State last night 1-0.
Yeah.
You haven't seen that. You haven't seen the offense just come out and be anemic and just not score.
You see Jake Brown go 1 for 5. You see Dardar go 0 for 4. Curiel goes 1 for 3. Milam 1 for 3. Like John goes 2 for 4. Cade leaves the game early,
pretty.
0 for 1. It's just not pretty, and you're still able to get the 6 runs.
yeah.
Like that's
get it
the
within
impressive part. You're still able to make these things a game, and your best players are striking out at the plate and not having the best plate appearances that Jay would want.
100%. Well, we'll continue this conversation with our guy Jason Armstrong, who covers the Tigers over at Inside LSU Baseball, where he does great work. Make sure you check out his pod and follow him on social media, where you can stay up to date on everything he's got going on over there. So we will take a quick break here, come right back to open up hour number 2 with Jason talking LSU baseball right after this.
Wardo's was created in honor of Alan Ward Branning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Granning at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Mart has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff, where everyone is family.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's a repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
All right, welcome back here as we kick off hour number 2 on this Thursday morning, not Wednesday, not going back in time. It is Thursday this morning, and every single Thursday at 9 a.m., we kick off hour number 2 with Jason Armstrong, who covers LSU baseball over at Inside LSU Baseball. He's got his podcast and does excellent work on social media as well, so make sure you go follow his Twitter to get all the good tidbits that he puts out around LSU baseball. Jason, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh, we're doing good, doing good. Excited to have you on this morning to talk a little LSU baseball. Even though the last time out was rough, they lost 7-6 to McNeese on Tuesday. My first question to you is not anything specific about the gameplay, but do you think we will ever be able to not overreact to a midweek loss?
I mean, I don't see any fun in that at all.
No, I completely agree. I think when you love it the way LSU fans do, you're gonna be emotional when things like that happen. What were some of the key things, obviously in pitching, that you saw that led to that loss on Tuesday?
Yeah, man, it's kind of like this. Week 1, it's the rotation. Then, week 2, it's maybe the bullpen. But now we feel good about the rotation. And then maybe week 3, it'll be something else. This is just par for the course this time of year. Things aren't perfect. Things are going to change. And you have to learn about your team in these early games. Jay needs to know who performs and what, whatever circumstances they're in. I mean, as far as pitching goes, it's kind of one of these things where, like, some guys can look great for an outing, but, like, you bring them back for a second outing within a short time frame and they're not sharp. You've got guys that, they take a batter to find, say, their breaking ball or fastball command. And like those guys are better starting a clean inning rather than coming in with traffic. You got guys that when they face adversity, they pitch well. Anthony Ianson. You got guys that are extremely talented, but when things start going downhill, they implode. Think about like the old Cam Johnson. You don't know these things until you've played the games and the guys are in these positions. So things are going to change. It made me think, though, back to last year. There was a moment in 2025 that I thought had a huge impact, a positive impact on the year, but at the time it looked negative. If you go back to the first road series of the year, LSU's at number 8, Texas, and they win game 1 with Cade Anderson on the mound, and then Zach Cowan came in and did, his thing. LSU's now 22-1, okay? Faced very little adversity outside of the powerhouse Omaha, game 6 of the year. So game 2, you're up 5-2 in the 5th inning. You've got Ianson on the mound. Texas gets a couple of base runners, and Jay turns to Connor Ware. Okay, there was a runner on third. We would later learn, we learned it quick, that Ware was prone to bouncing balls and wild pitches. So that didn't pan out. And then he was followed by William Schmidt. Schmidt allows a got behind in the count like he did as a freshman sometimes. He gives up a home run. Texas takes the lead, okay? The 2 arms Jay went to in the biggest moment of the season up to that point barely saw mound time the remainder of SEC play. So LSU actually comes, they take a lead on Curiel's Oppo Field home run. You're now at the bottom of the 7th with a 7-6 lead. You're 8 outs from taking the series at Texas, all right? And who's on the mound for you? Was it All-American reliever Kason Evans? Nope. It was Connor Benj, all right? Benj allows a homer that tied the game and then a couple more base runners. So who's Jay bringing next? DJ Primo. This is a 7-7 game. There's 2 outs. And Texas scored on them, and they pulled away. So, and they won that game. The 4 arms that you turned to in that moment were Connor Ware, William Schmidt, Benj, and DJ Primo. Those 4 combined for just 11 SEC innings from that game on. You're talking about 25 conference games, all right? The next day, you play the rubber match. At the time, Chase Shores is your starter still. You're behind 5-0, and Jay goes to Kason Evans, and he mowed them down for like 4 innings. No walks, 5 Ks. They scored 1 run on like a bloop that Curiel kind of tried to make a great play on, and it got by and it got to the fence. The guy scored from first. All right. So what's my point in all of this is that, first of all, things are going to change. And number 2, you needed that setback. It shaped the roles going forward. In a way, it kind of was beneficial that, those guys struggled, and especially in that same game, because now Jay knew what he had, and it propelled us. So, like, tying that into Tuesday night, I don't love needing 10 arms in a 1-run game versus McNeese, but you learn a ton from that type of deal. I mean, and it's kind of like this. Do you want to learn, those things now, or do you want to learn them when you go to Vandy next month to start conference play?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I thought it was a good learning opportunity for LSU. And really, I mean, they almost came back and pulled it out at the end. I thought things were moving in that direction. John goes yard to cut it to 1, and I thought they were going to find a way to pull it out there at the end. What were some of the things offensively that you saw? Obviously, it was still a rough night, but in a rough night, they still get 6 runs across.
Yeah, I mean, I saw, I think Jay talked about it, but you're going to just have some of those games. And I think it is tough when your teams are switching pitchers that often to kind of get in the groove. And I thought that we did look like we were pressing a little bit. We swung it like, I think it was, not to pick on anybody, but like one of our best hitters swung it like a 2-0, pitch like late in the game when we were starting them on and come back and flew out. It looked like we were pressing a little bit, but that stuff's going to happen. I mean, you're just, but I do like that we fought. We didn't just mail it in, and we fought back, and we had a chance to tie it up there. But, I don't think that that's going to happen too often to this LSU team. So you just kind of got to say, hey, that's what it was. Wasn't our best game. You can't walk 5, hit 6, or walk 6, hit 5, make a costly error. They gave them a run, and then, and expect to win.
And through this point in the season, I think when we talk about the pitching, one of the relievers that has stood out the most in some of these opportunities has been Devin Sheeran, who's just been excellent. I know we talked about him a good bit over the summer through the offseason as he was returning from his injury and getting some work over the summer playing summer ball. What have you seen from Sheeran up to this point? Obviously, his energy stands out, but from a pitching standpoint, what does he bring?
Yeah, I think he's really good, man. I think I love watching him. We get a kick out of like even my kids will come in the room when he's pitching because he makes these funny facial expressions, and I like that. I like to see that. Guys just fired up, but he's good, man. He's sometimes may overthrow a little bit, but it hasn't gotten away from him. Even when he had the outing where he walked the first 2, he comes back, strikes him out. But he's just a very tough guy to hit against. I mean, the way he steps across his body, he's got good velocity. He's got a really good breaking ball, so he is going to be a really important arm for us.
And then another, you brought him up earlier referencing last year, and an important arm last season who's gotten a couple looks at the start of the year, but it hasn't really gone to plan, I don't think. What have you seen from Zach Cowan up to this point in the season?
Yeah, I think that Cowan right now, like, it's a small sample size, but, like, it's not what we hope to see. I think on the year he's allowed 9 of 17 batters he's faced to reach base. That's like a .530 on-base percentage. Good relievers are closer to like 350. Matter of fact, all last year he only allowed a .280 on-base percentage. So, through 2 innings this year, he's allowed 2 runs. He didn't allow two runs until he had pitched 16 innings last year. So, it was a quick outing for him, but again, he's getting into a lot of 3-ball counts, which is kind of not his thing. I still think he needs to establish some type of breaking ball to keep hitters honest. But he's we're going to need him. We're going to need him. At some point, hopefully, he gets together. He's a strike thrower, and so that's kind of we just need to keep running him out there and hoping that he picks up where he left off last year.
Yeah, and then when you look at the game the other night, Cade Arambidi obviously gets injured and doesn't return to the game, and you see Omar starting to step in and take over the catching duties. I don't know if anything new has come out on the Arambidi injury, but your thoughts on maybe his time missing the lineup and how Cerna can step up.
Yeah, I don't like that it was a foot. I thought it hit him in the meat of the leg at first. So like, I don't love that. So yeah, that's a big thing, man. He's like probably our most important player on the team, especially like because of his defense. it's just very hard to be a freshman catcher in this league. So, I think Cern is a good player, clearly. But it's definitely a hit, But again, I hope it's nothing. But that's what's great about Jay. He coaches all his players the same. He's, you know, some teams, their backup catcher's not seeing much time unless they're, sparingly. But Cerner's gotten to play a lot. So that's a good thing, is that we've got somebody right there to be able to step in. But, yeah, Aaron B is really important. We're hoping that's nothing too serious.
And I want to get back a little bit to what you saw from the starting pitcher, Marcos Paz, because I think we're very similar, and I see all the potential and all the talent in the world. And what you tweeted is kind of what we'll be going through with the freshman season, was whenever you wrote down, really nice pitch mix by Paz, fastball in the mid-90s, straight change slider, traditional curveball with all kinds of bite. Looks much more comfortable than he did in his first outing. That was obviously the first inning. Then you see when he goes out there for the second, it goes back to kind of what you saw in the first, the inconsistency of it all. Where do you think you could see him? I guess, where is the inconsistency coming from, and what does he need to work on to be able to be one of those guys that Jay deemed could be throwing on Friday nights at some point?
Yeah, well, like that tweet still stands, because I was talking more about his pitch mix.
Right.
And it's like this, man. But this is actually a positive. Between his first outing against Milwaukee and the start against McNeese, now his stats were better the first outing. He pitched 2 innings, allowed 1 run, struck out 3, compared to allowing 4 runs and 1 2/3 against McNeese. But I'll tell you this, I came away from his last outing extremely impressed. He sat like 93 to 95, which is up from his first outing. He threw that same slider we saw the first outing. It was a little better, but the traditional curveball was a difference maker. And we live in a world now of like cutters and sliders. When I get really excited, man, when I see a good curveball. So William Schmidt throws a good curveball. That was a very good pitch. And he had a straight change working. So that right there, I look at that and I go, I'm not really worried about the result right now. Because look, I get it. He fell apart and issued 3 free passes that second inning, but that stuff will play versus SEC teams. Okay. And after following him through the draft, knowing what type of recruit he was, I was very underwhelmed with his pitch mix the first time out. I really was. I was very surprised. It was 92 with a spinner, and just nothing about it was impressive to me. Not to sound harsh, it's not about his results, but I didn't see okay, yeah, this is an SEC contributor. And look, to be fair, it was his first live action since TJ, but still, it didn't really move me. On the other hand, we saw glimpses of that first inning the other night as someone who could get very good hitters out. He mowed down the first 4 hitters on 20 pitches, had 2 strikeouts. He did give up the single, but I think he got a ground out, so he's got 2 outs now that second inning. His pitch count was right there at 30 pitches, and you could kind of start to see him labor a bit from there. I think he walked the next 3 or hit 1, walked 2. And so, it was evident he was out of steam, okay? But look, man, I liked what I saw. And, I would rather see that than a guy go up there and throw an inning and he gets a pop up a ground. But, there's nothing on his breaking ball. He can't locate his changeup. I think this is just more hey, it's early in this guy's, career. It's early for him getting back out there on the horse. So I kind of come away from that. It might sound kind of strange, but I liked what I saw from Paz.
I just think the delivery looks so repeatable, and then for him to kind of spray it around a little bit is what's frustrating for a lot, because this is just my take. And the first time I saw him throw in inter squad, and it reminded me the first time I saw Ianson throw, the way that their mechanics work, it seems like it's almost effortless for them.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where I get to. Okay, if he is able to do something like that, I don't think he's going to be Anthony Ianson this year, but just when you see those mechanics be that clean, it gives me a little bit of hope of what can be, because now I see the potential. And then you mix in the 4-pitch mix is something that if he could put it all together, it's not like you're necessarily laboring for arms, because I don't think I've ever seen an LSU baseball team, or at least a Jay Johnson team, throw out 10 arms in a midweek game.
Yeah, no, you're right. Look, I do. That's what makes him good. His delivery is very repeatable. Um, but again, like he got up in that pitch, 30 pitches, and now he's got traffic. So now he's pitching from the stretch, and it changes. Like I used to hate pitching from the stretch, hated it. Um, but and it changes a little bit. So that's kind of where he got into a little bit of trouble. But he's got great coaching, and I really do, man. I think I thought the stuff that I saw was really good, and so that impressed me. Because look, I do, man. I feel pretty good about the rotation after this last week. There were things that I saw that I just come away with going, okay, we can work with that, man. All three guys got you into the sixth inning. And look, you get, Jade Newt, I was really impressed. He threw, of his 9 pitches, 7 were strikes. So I like the rotation, and you get somebody like Paz, Newt to take over kind of that fourth starter. I'm sure that'll change, but and then it's just a matter. I got a clear picture. It was yesterday morning. I woke up, man, I kissed my wife goodbye. I pet my dogs going out the room to head to work. And I got this vision, all right, of LSU at their very best. It's a weird thing, huh? The first thing in the morning. But here it is, okay? It's about 6 arms from me outside of the rotation. That is Ethan Plog, Santi Garcia, Hooper Williams from the left side, and then Gavin Guidry, Maverick Rizzi, and Devin Sheeran from the right side. That's 3 left-handed looks. That's 3 right-handed looks. Man, you can get through a weekend with that right there. Now, Sheeran and Guidry are already there. Those are your 2 ultra-reliable arms. Like, if you were playing Vandy tonight, that's the guys you're going to, okay? So now the question becomes, can Williams, Garcia, and Pla give you those consistent outings? Can Rizzi fill up the strike zone? This is the number one thing, the biggest thing from now until March 13th that I'm paying attention to, okay? If that group tightens up heading into the opening weekend of SEC play, we can start making reservations for weeks in Omaha. Those are
yeah.
Outside of Guidry, which he's a dog, those other 5 guys are real pros, pro prospects, okay? And I don't, Guidry might be, but those other guys are the guys with the big stuff. We haven't seen it a whole lot with Ethan Plog. It's very sparingly, but I don't see teams hitting him much. I can see him hitting a batter and throwing a wild pitch, but if he dials in the strike throwing, he is super funky, man. Really hard to hit. Same thing as Santi Garcia. I think Santi Garcia has looked really good. It's just been such short spurts that he'll go out there and mow you down the next inning, give up a double, and he's gone, And then, I love Maverick Rizzi, and his numbers are fine, but you're talking, it's a 1.6 ERA, something like that. He's only allowed 4 hits. It's 1 hit in 4 innings. But if you look under the hood, it's a 51% strike rate, which that's not good. That needs to be for him closer to 60, 61. He's issued multiple free passes in 3 of his 4 appearances. And these are short appearances. They're an inning and a third, something like that. So he's yet to enter a game and not either hit or walk somebody. So once Rizzi gets his strike throwing worked up, same thing with Cooper Williams. He's another one, man, that's such a big thing, and he needs to be sharper, and he will, but he enters the game in the second inning after pause, and he's got a left-on-left matchup. I think the bases are loaded, and he hits the guy in the back his second pitch. Not ideal, but okay, let's get out of here without any more damage. And then I want to say he missed his spot. Aaron Beatty was set up inside. I think he floated one high and outside, and the dude just slapped it in the right field. But in 7 pitches, he allows 3 runs. But get this, his stats shows from Saudi. So, his box score might not have looked terrible, but all the runs that Paz allowed on base, he gives up. That's what I'm looking for over these next however many games is those 3 left-handed arms and those 3 right-handed arms, which we've got 2 out of the 6 that are really good right now, getting those guys up to speed. And I'm not dismissing like that Staffy and all the other arms that we have, because all those guys are going to have, they're going to serve a purpose. They're good arms, but like I'm just really focused on watching those guys develop from now until conference starts.
Well, because I thought, obviously Tuesday kind of overpowered what we saw last weekend just from a talking standpoint. But I thought the way the arms worked out last weekend in Jacksonville, where you go from Evans to Williams to Guidry, and then obviously the offense puts together the big inning. So Fontenot, Binge, and Lockenmeyer close it out. And then against Notre Dame, it was Cooper Moore to Plaug to Devin Sheeran. And then against UCF, you go from Schmidt, who was nails, to Rizzi to close it out. I thought that kind of was right to script, and kind of along with what you're saying as well, to how this team's going to be able to win games.
Yeah, I do. I thought it was good. And I look at it and I go, okay, in the weekend, you got your 3 guys starting. If you can go through each game with your starter and then 2 relievers or righty, it never ends up that perfect at all. But that just in my head. And like the reason I talk about those arms that I mentioned is because like Santi Garcia is a real dude that pitched in the Big Ten last year and has like elite exploding fastball, a very, very good breaking ball. Ethan Plaug, man, like he's extremely hard to square up. That's a very, very good arm. And so like I know there's other really good arms that we have. I just think those guys, Jay talks about it all the time. Like you want to have guys out there like professional players when you're going against a lineup like A&M or Mississippi State. Having a guy like Maverick Rizzi, man, who's 6'9", who throws 98-mile-per-hour balls that are sinking and tailing into right-handed batters, I really like that option. So, but yeah, there's all kind of arms. I just, we don't even consider, like you mentioned it, but Zach Collins, that's a big arm. So I guess my point is, as I got this vision walking out of my house to go to work, it's like a calm came over me. I went, hey, this is all we need is 4 of these guys to kind of step up, man, and like and this thing's over with, man. No, I'm just kidding. But I feel good. I feel good about that.
And then the last one to close it out, this weekend, obviously they've got a 4-game stretch. They played a lot of baseball at the start of the season, exactly how Jay Johnson likes it. But they've got 4 games Friday through Monday this weekend. What do you expect to see from the Tigers?
Well, I know what I'd like to see. I just want to see strikes, and I like to see defense. Just error-free baseball. I think we've committed like 7 errors in 9 games, which oddly enough, man, is like the same pace as last year through the first 9 games, which that probably surprises you. But I like to see us play clean defense. And like these teams aren't very good. I don't ever dismiss our opponents, but like Dartmouth has played 2 games, I think, because the Ivy League doesn't allow them to play like the first 2 weekends, I think it is. And then Northeastern is a like perennial, very good team. Tom Glavin's brother is the coach, and they are a great program. They pitch well. They play good defense. They stink, man. They not only have won, they haven't won a game, but they lost like everybody. They have one really good outfielder, but so my point is that it's not about like this weekend are you going to win your games. Of course that's important, but like it's about just playing clean. And as I mentioned, I want to see those names that I listed off. I'm very eager to see those guys throw. We didn't mention Reagan Ricken, by the way.
I was going to bring him up before we got out of here.
The only reason I didn't because his second inning kind of got away. He was great first inning, got 3 strikeouts. I can't remember exactly what happened. I think he might have been pulled quickly or gave up a couple of hits, and they got pulled. So the first inning was really good. I mean, like a lot of these guys, man, that's the thing. Like whether it was Garcia, Rick, and Paz, early in the year they come in and they look really good that first inning, and then it's that second inning. But like that's the thing you learn that Jay learns about his team. Which guys can I run out there a second time? Which guys are good to get a couple outs, and then maybe I need to go get him and put somebody else in. But yeah, back to this weekend. These aren't very good teams. Doesn't mean you can't lose, but just want to see the offense get back on track. There's some guys that I like to see some more at bats, from and then just play clean all the way around.
Well, Jason, we appreciate you making some time for us, and of course, all the insight. Let everybody know where to find you.
Man, I've got a Twitter account that I started before last year, and that's kind of where everything I do is just on X, Inside LSU Baseball. I upload all the podcasts or on Spotify and Apple, and then on YouTube, just Inside LSU Baseball. And so that's there and at my house. That's where you can find me.
Well, there you go. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you again next week.
All right, guys. Y'all be good.
Yep,
right,
you
thank
too.
you.
Thank you. There he is, Jason Armstrong of Inside LSU Baseball. Great insight, always. I mean, the man just eats, sleeps, and breathes ball, and he knows
First
it.
thing I thought about when I left my house was, she puts it all together.
I brushed my teeth, kissed my wife goodbye, and then
Pet the
I had
dog.
this vision about LSU figuring this thing
Man,
out.
they got 6 guys. And he's talking to the right sickos. Like,
He is.
First thing.
He's in the right place 100%, because we're the same way. I drive to the studio every morning, and I'm talking myself through the remainder of the season, how they're going to figure this thing out. So we
I
appreciate
didn't know
Jason.
Northeastern is, they were supposed to be good.
They were good last season, but I guess this is probably
They're 0-5.
the transfer portal and the
Yeah, they lost. Apparently, they lost to the Red Sox 18-3.
the Red
Serious,
Sox.
yeah.
Sick.
They played their
they
double
played the
A.
little,
They played their double A
double A.
team. But then after that, the wheels fell off. 2-12 to Minnesota and 7-5-15.
So
Minnesota.
probably not a lot of good baseball this weekend,
guess
but
not.
get out there, watch the Tigers. They've got a 4-game slate in front of them to prepare for. Like I said, UL Lafayette takes down K-State last night in Lafayette. That's who LSU will face on the road next Wednesday. So some good baseball there. We appreciate Jason. We'll take a quick break here. Come back, close out hour number 2 here on this Thursday morning.
Wardo's was created in honor of Alan Ward Granning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Granning at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Mart has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff.
Where everyone is family.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
All right, welcome back here as we close out hour number 2 here on this Thursday morning. We appreciate all of you starting your morning with us every single day now that we are in the heart of baseball season. And March Madness right around the corner. March is going to be a fun month as LSU women's basketball will go through some March Madness. LSU baseball gets SEC play started. And then, of course, in April is when we will have the NFL draft. So through March and into April will be all the draft process, pro day, combine. You'll get to check out some of those LSU guys. One that I'm most excited to see test and see where he ends up is Harold Perkins. There's a pretty fun video came out from him yesterday, some press availability, and he was asked about the New Orleans Saints. And I think he absolutely crushed the answer, the New Orleans native.
I feel good. I'm still in the city. You know what I'm saying? Well, I grew up here. So I wouldn't feel no type of way about the Saints, man. I love the Saints. I'm a Saints fan. But if they don't come get me, I'm sorry. I ain't a Saints fan no more.
It's a perfect answer.
Where do you think? Where does come get him mean?
Come get him. Draft him.
They're going to have to trade up.
Go get him.
Where do you think he goes now versus after the combine? And it's also that he's playing into it because he's from New Orleans. He's like, usually it's like, whoever wants to draft me, I feel grateful for.
Yeah.
Hell no, come get me.
Yeah, no, I want to play. I want to play for the Saints. Yeah, no, I mean, I think, he's an interesting one because I've been this way about him the entire time. Defensive coordinators and defensive-minded head coaches are going to look at his athletic ability and say, look, because he's a tweener. Like he's not an off-ball linebacker. He's too small to be an on-ball linebacker. So he's not really an edge rusher, but he's not really a middle line. Like, where's he going to fit in? Is he a strong safety? Like, what is he? Those defensive-minded guys and those defensive, like they're going to look at that and say, that's an athlete a weapon that I can use anywhere. And so I think it's going to be interesting to see where he kind of, where those teams are slotted at. I haven't looked at the draft order. I would say right now he's probably a third-round pick.
I'd go second round.
Third, fourth. And I think once he tests, once he gets out there and you see the combine, all the numbers he puts out there, because he's going to test off the charts, right? I mean, Devin White's 40 was like a 4.5. I think Perk is going to run lightning fast, and his ability and the shuttle draw, all these different things he's going to do combine and pro day wise, I think is going to be excellent. And I think that'll get him to being a second-round pick because his numbers are just going to be his measurables are going to be top-notch from running and testing. I think it's going to come down really to it's going to be team-specific. It's going to be what coach looks at him and goes, I can find a way to work with that. And when those teams pop up, I think one of them is going to strike. I think like a Todd Bowles in Tampa Bay would love him. Like Dennis Allen in Chicago, like Dennis Allen would be all over that type of athlete. Yeah. Like he fits the Eagles really well in the way they play football. Like I think there's just one of those teams that just has that identity, right? The brain power is going to look and go, I can work with that. And so it's going to be a tough one to project where he ends up. But I think he's going to test off the charts. And I think he's just one of those talents from an athletic ability that it's just if you're one of those egotistical NFL coaches that thinks they know better than everybody else, you're going to look into that and go, I know I can make something happen with Harold Perkins.
He kind of fits a theme where it's the last couple of years at LSU NFL Pro Day, the highest pick has not been the most entertaining player at the Pro Day. It's usually been like your Josh Williams or your Harold Perkins. Now, I know Malik had a good day, a few years ago, but you were looking at Mason Smith that day a lot. And
right.
I think it kind of fits the mold of like these
and
LSU
he shot up the
just
draft
being
board.
Freaks.
Yeah, I mean Mason Smith goes in the second round.
Yeah,
like we were sitting on the microphone going, why is he going into the draft? Why not come back for another year, right? Because it's not like he had this
stellar
awesome season in 23. I mean, it was the worst defense we'd ever watched. And so it was like, why wouldn't he come back for 2024? Blake Baker, Bo Davis, the whole thing. Like this is
finally has a defensive coach.
Then he goes into the draft and he's a second-round pick.
He might play running back.
Of course, he should have gone to the draft. He went in the second round. Like I think Perk's going to be the same way. Where like the Seattle defense, like he would fit in perfectly in that Seattle. They have Nick Emanwari, who's a big safety that's kind of linebacker safety-ish.
I think Cleveland might work also.
Yeah, and they just got Todd Monken as the new head coach.
Can't be going there.
It would be a bummer, but he would strive there.
I think it's going to be interesting to see where he ends up because I think he's going to be a player.
Talk to the Eagles as well.
I want him to
do what?
You talk to the Eagles as well.
Yeah, I think the Eagles are like that's. You look at their defense, right? They've got all of those pieces that they've got. Most of them are. It's funny they get a bunch of Georgia guys, but I mean, why wouldn't you when they're putting out NFL talent on the field every year? I mean, but I just think there are so many teams that are going to look at that and go, that fits my system, and I think he's going to rise up those boards, especially when he starts testing.
He also talked to the Texans. That would be a very
that would be filthy.
And that's similar to New Orleans, where like that's home, right? I mean, he's a New Orleans kid, but after Katrina he ends up in Texas. Was a one-time A&M commit. So. Look, and I would be fine with him on the Texans because I would him and Sting on the same defense. Daniil Hunter, stop it.
I think he would thrive there.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like the thing about the NFL that's going to be awesome for Perk is it's no longer going to be you're doing this by yourself, right? And I thought that was the good thing about this season for him. When Witt was out there, he was a much different player. When they had edge rusher help, he's much more effective. In 2022, that defense where he had his breakout freshman year, part of it was because they didn't know who he was. The other part was because there's an NFL edge rusher on the other side in B.J. Ojulari, where it's like, okay, well, if you're going to circle 40, 18 is going to come get you. So circle 18, well, what are you going to do about 40, right? And he ends up on a Texans defense where you've got Daniil Hunter, Will Anderson, Derek Stingley, Jalen Petrie, go down the list of all these guys because that defense is stout.
Salty.
And it's like, wait, you're gonna prepare for Perk?
Right.
No, you're focused on these guys, and Perk's just gonna be lanyap.
And we have to change our collective thinking about the Saints. We just think, I don't want them to go to a dead franchise.
Well, they're not dead anymore.
That's what I'm saying. They're top 10 in defense in every category.
Right.
And so that would actually be exciting to see him play in New Orleans.
Especially if they find a way to get DeMario back.
I was just about to say that.
I need DeMario to retire Saint. I don't want to watch him play somewhere else.
Yeah.
But I think if you go get Perk, having DeMario there would be heaven on earth where he can learn and develop and kind of go under. Like the Derek Queen, DeAndre Jordan thing with the Pelicans, like that for DeMario to Perk would be excellent.
And I would play similarly, big pursuit guys.
Yes, and they're athletes right there, and I just think it would be awesome. But I would love for him to be in New Orleans because the Saints have this newfound juice, which can suck if you're looking at it big picture wise because you obviously want to get rid of Mickey and you want all these changes, but.
Much smaller scale. I think you're losing Alontae Taylor this offseason. You need a guy to bring swag kind of back to that.
Yeah.
And the New Orleans Saints will always have swag, especially on their defense. But they're losing Alontae, and if you watch the games, Alontae was a lot of celebration, a lot of swag, a lot of this stuff, a lot of antics. You're going to need that again. And, Harold Perkins, he is candy to your eye watching him get a tackle for loss.
Right.
He gets up, and it's like, he just got a strip sack, and it's a crazy celebration, and so that's kind of what the Saints are going to need next year.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think.
And DeMario's an unrestricted free agent with Dennis Allen having eyeballs for him.
Of course. No, DeMario has been one of the most fun players to watch.
The Broncos need to add a roof in this offseason. That's what they need to add.
What?
They need to add a roof this offseason. They can't be having that snow game again.
That's what they want. It's Mile High, baby.
And that didn't work this year.
But no, I would love for him to end up a Saint because I am excited about the Saints, going into next season. What you saw from Shuck to close it out, Olave as well. Olave stays healthy because he's not getting those Ochsner balls thrown at him across the middle of the field. It
would make a lot of sense for him to go to Houston, though.
No, I think that would be probably the perfect fit for
him. I kind of want
him or Philly.
Yeah, obviously I want a Perkins Jr. Saints jersey, but I don't know. The Texans make too much sense.
The Texans
it's like the Jose thing. I want him to go to New York. Whatever. Y'all deserve him.
Yeah, but because it would be, like I just said. The names I rattled off talking about that defense. When you're telling me you've got Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter that you've got to focus on the D line, and then
they get tired.
Got Perks back
But
there.
the Saints would work too in the
Yeah.
most like not Homer way at all. Like it would work like just because they need a freak athlete.
Yeah.
That's what they're missing in that linebacker room right now is just somebody who can fly from, all sorts
And
of
Brandon
directions.
Staley is a very, very good defensive mind.
Yes.
He's a very, very good. I mean, what you saw from the defense this year. I mean, Cam Jordan, you thought was on like a farewell tour, and then put together his best season in like 10 years.
Well, a lot of those sacks came against like the Titans and the
okay.
Falcons, but yeah, you're right.
I mean, still, that's the best season he's had in a long
he
time.
loves doing that shit. It's like, I'm going to play horrible against some of the top teams in the NFL. Actually, he did have a good game against the Patriots, if I remember.
Yeah.
But he loved playing really poorly against good teams, and then the Falcons come to town, and it's like, bang, I got half my sacks for the year.
Shout out to Cam Jordan. He loves to sack a Falcon.
Yeah, he's a passionate Saint,
He is. That's why you can't be mad at him for playing well against the Falcons every year.
He's hard to like sometimes, like the hair and stuff. Like,
yeah.
I really like him, but like
he is not hard to like.
He's not hard to like.
He's not hard to like at all. I think
no, I'm saying like the other stuff. Like usually you don't have the other.
I think the biggest thing for me that the only thing that the only time that I was ever upset was when they opted to keep him and pay him and let Trey Hendrickson leave.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's one of the things I struggle with because I love like the Saints lifers, but at the same time it's like you can't always be emotional about things. We can make good business decisions and hold on to the sack leader that you're letting walk out and go to Cincinnati.
But yeah, he didn't play terribly, but it does always feel like you're looking at Mario Davis and Cam Jordan going, okay, this was your last year. Okay, this was your last year.
Right.
Okay, this was your last year. And at some point, your other foot's going to drop, and it's like, okay, you paid for him to come back. You signed him to a 2-year deal. He's not playing.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, you do have cap room, but you don't have that much cap room.
Right. And I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this Derek Carr stuff. If he does end up trying to get back in the league, the Saints are going to get something out of it.
Yeah, that helps.
Like, I mean,
That's
because
cool.
technically they have his right, so it'll have to be a trade. So, I mean, they could get,
He's
like...
gotten in some good graces with the...
They could get, like, a fourth, fifth-round pick for him. Like, sure. I mean, anything you get now is Lanyap.
Better than him playing for you.
Yeah, and paying him. You don't have to pay him, and you're going to get, like, a pick out of it.
I'm not going to shit on him, though, because, I mean, he retired and saved the Saints a lot.
Oh, my gosh. Did he ever? He could have kicked the can down the road and just kept collecting his check.
Yeah, literally. And
him and BK.
Shout out him. No, not BK. He's the different people. BK would have stepped down and not taken the money. Derek Carr stepped down, did not take the money. Brian Kelly was like, y'all pay me.
Well, no, just all the people that I've hated in sports are gone. I hated Derek Carr. I hated Brian Kelly.
Yeah.
And it's just good to see, they're both gone. Now I'm more interested in both
And now we've
products.
got a young, exciting head coach and a young, exciting
hilarious.
quarterback. Yeah, Shuck's great.
Vitello's gone. Not really.
Still got Jordan Poole, though.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
There you go.
I know,
That's
you're
unfortunate.
not a big Jordan Poole guy.
No, he doesn't care about anything but himself. It's just that the biggest, like, are you
He is a-
tanking player? That's him.
Yeah, but he is a big team guy. They do like him on the team, weirdly enough. I don't know
Didn't he
why.
get punched in the mouth?
He did get punched in the mouth.
They did.
Draymond.
And that, I mean, I'm not surprised by it at all. I mean, imagine him being on a serious team.
Yeah. With a guy like
I can see
Draymond.
why Draymond punched that dude in the mouth.
Yeah.
I could see it being like Steve Kerr's yelling at the team for having a poor practice. They all huddle up. First play out the huddle. Jordan Poole, logo 3. Draymond's like, bro. And just socks. That's probably what happened, honestly.
Maybe so. Look, I mean, I
saw Draymond trying to jump on somebody's back the other day.
Yeah.
Against the Pelicans.
And I thought like, and the Warriors were the perfect fit for Poole. Like, we need to give Curry a blow for 5 minutes, and just you go out there and have fun for 5 minutes.
The problem
and
is
then
he
we'll
just
bench you
misses
again.
too much.
Yeah, well,
Curry
yeah.
doesn't miss that much. Jordan Poole's like, he was shooting 30% before they sat him.
Yeah.
I think it's up now, but before the
about
Pelicans sat him in
DeJounte?
January.
This is
Yeah,
how
how
much
about
Christian
DeJounte?
likes Jordan Poole.
What does that say?
I pee in pools.
Doopy and Pools.
Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole.
DeJounte made his way back on the court.
Yeah.
I love
that was a good
DeJounte.
play.
I like DeJounte too.
I do too. Look at him standing 10 toes
And
down.
That was awesome. I
I
appreciated
was not
that.
expect because he was in Seattle doing like Seahawks things, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, he's done. Like I'm not going to dislike him. I don't blame him, but then he comes back and he's all bought in. He's in shape. I mean,
Yeah.
He was like,
the other night.
you know,
He had a tweet.
Joe Dumars knew that I was locked in. I
Yeah.
wasn't trying to go nowhere.
Yeah.
No,
That was
my
his
agent
tweet.
never requested any trade.
I mean,
was like-
shout out
I
him.
was like, hell yeah.
Because somebody tweeted, they were like, yeah, he requested a trade, and we'll see what happens. He'll probably won't be here next year. And then he just replies with,
They're never.
I never
That-
requested a trade.
We're trying to make the play in. Let's go.
And look, they got a chance.
I mean,
they lost last night to the
They
Bucks.
got to win tonight.
So they sit him. I think he was healthy earlier, but they sit him because you want to trade him before the trade deadline. And
Right.
You're not going to play him before then because risking another injury. Well, like whatever it is, I don't really know. But it kind of seems like the Pelicans should have played him because if you're trying to make a playoff run and sabotage the Hawks' pick now, yeah, you want to.
You better sabotage.
You should have played him in January. I don't know why he's just now getting on the
Yeah, I
floor.
know.
Because
And
he's a big piece. They're 1-0 with him.
As of right now, they're sitting at 17-42. They are
10 games
they're
back.
10 games out of the play-in.
Yeah.
So got
With
a lot of
20 games left.
A lot of ground to make up. You got to go on a little bit of a run if you want to sneak in.
You basically need to go like close to undefeated.
Hell, 16 for 20.
Yeah, I mean you got to go. You got to go on a run. You got back-to-back versus the Jazz tonight and on Saturday. You
have
go
to win
2-0
those.
there. Then in March,
They're gonna You say go 2-0 there. They're gonna lose tonight. Now that you said that, like they're gonna lose by 20.
There you
The
go.
Jazz are gonna
Safe.
come out banging threes.
Favored on the road, too, by 4.5. Scary.
They ain't winning. No way.
but so we'll see. I'm excited to see where Perk ends up, though. That's where we started with this conversation. I'm excited to see where he gets drafted. I'm excited to watch him test at Pro Day.
Me
I
too.
can't wait to get out there at Pro Day. I mean, there's a lot. There's going to be a lot of eyes on Pro Day. I mean, Delane, Halsey, Perkins, Nuss,
Gooden,
Anderson, Gooden,
Chris Hilton,
Thomas, Hilton. I mean, look, this is the Pro Day we've been talking about for years.
Yeah.
We're going to get to see Perk and Hilton test. Yeah.
And just get mad all over again.
Yeah, because they're both going to run, Perk's going to run up like a 4.47, and then Hilton's going to run a 4.19, and you're going to be like,
you can bet on the combine.
actually?
Yeah.
Give me Chris Hilton under 4.3.
Yeah, the line is, I guess the line, where they put the number is 426. You can go over or under. It's just it's a blanket. Will anybody go under 426? And
Oh, yeah. Give me, yeah.
it was,
Chris Hilton.
yeah, that's actually who they brought up. It was McAfee was talking about it, and it was Tone that like does all the
Yeah.
gambling stuff. And I was just like going through thinking about what names they would say, and I was like, I know one. I doubt it. That they're and it's like Chris Hilton. I was like, Jesus, cool, yeah,
Isn't that awesome?
Because I do think that the way he did in like the East-West Shrine game, like what he did in all
Yeah.
of those performances, people are like, whoa.
It's won everybody over. He played. He went 4 for 4. He went Wendy's 4 for 4 on senior games, and he just kind of like popped off, which is not surprising.
No,
That's the thing. It's not. I'm not surprised that he's performing well and.
He needed to
showing
get out
off.
from under the Brian Kelly thumb.
Yeah. No, I mean, and he's gonna. We've been talking about his combine and pro day for 4 years. I mean, I remember thinking about it when he was in high school at Zachary and he'd committed to LSU, and I was like, I can't wait to see the 40 time he runs because I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, Barryon Brown.
Yeah,
Like he's gonna test off the charts. It's gonna piss us off.
Yeah, the
We're gonna
Nuss
get
is gonna
so
be
mad.
slinging it all over
We're gonna
the
get.
lot.
We're gonna get so mad.
Where do we want Chris to end up?
Anywhere. I just want him to be an NFL football player.
Darius
he-
Hayward
but, like,
Bay.
Where would he work well? What'd you say?
Darius Hayward Bay, Oakland. Draft the fastest player and see how
Literally,
far he can go.
what Henry Ruggs?
Yep. They want speed. Got speed.
Godspeed. Godspeed.
Lions. Chris Hilton on the Lions.
I genuinely want.
See what they did with Amon-Ra?
I want him to end up anywhere.
Amon-Ra.
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 Yeah,
Amon-Ra sounds
Amon-Ra.
like
Amon-Ra. Never
sounds
heard
like your
that before.
aunt.
Amon-Ra. Oh, that's my aunt Amon-Ra.
Mm-hmm.
Would
Amon-Ra.
y'all say Amon-Ra St. Brown?
Amon-Ra is his name.
Amon-Ra.
Amon-Ra.
If you say it
Amon-Ra.
quick, you gotta say Amon-Ra
Amon-Ra.
St. Brown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His dad says to drink Coca-Cola if you're cramping.
There you
I
go.
don't know that. That sounds like it would work, actually.
He's a two-time
Yeah, I mean,
all-world
yeah, he's
Mr. Olympia.
Yeah, I believe him.
Yeah, I believe.
yeah, take his word.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just
Pickle
want Chris Hilton to end up on a roster. I don't care where.
Well, that'll happen. I'm saying, like, where would you want to see him? Because he will play in the NFL, and he will play if he goes to a good team. He will play in the like. He's gonna look like Kayshawn. Like that's the trajectory I see him making.
I mean, he's a better athlete than Kayshawn.
Right.
But
That like he's
Not a
like, if he
better
gets
wide
on a good
receiver,
team, he
but
will
better
be
athlete.
playing in the playoffs. I don't know if he'll be making one-handed catches
I
on
don't
the
know where.
pylon.
I don't know where. I don't know where he ends up. I don't know where I'd want him to end up. I mean, L.A. because they've got possession guys, route runners with like Puka, possession guy, and then you can have your guy that you can just
Does he end
go
up
get it.
on the Bengals?
I wouldn't hate that.
I wouldn't.
It'll be interesting to see. Where
I
these
want
guys
Joe to
end
get
up.
out of Dodge.
It's gonna piss us off watching these guys test and then
Yeah,
get drafted and then be players, and then we're gonna be like, oh, what if? Because what if? Happy for the future though. Let's go 13 for 13.
What if
here
they make an
on this,
expansion team? What if he ends up there?
An expansion team in the NFL?
No, I'm kidding.
Where
Nope.
could they even expand to?
Mexico?
Overseas.
Well, I know they
Mexico
want to
City.
go overseas.
But then you'd have to add 2, right?
Yeah.
One in London, one in Saudi Arabia,
London,
Undone.
Paris.
France.
NBA's going to expand soon. 100%.
Nobody watches it now.
Unless you're a Pels fan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Talladega Nights, Blades of Glory.
Ted Lasso.
Glory. And then Kicking and Screaming. There you go. Oh, Will Ferrell.
Best one on that list.
Out of those movies,
Yeah.
Bombay.
Blades of Glory.
Ah, nice. Semi-pro for me.
I did like Semi.
Bombay would be Mighty Ducks.
Talladega Nights is the easiest to quote
Ted Lasso.
out of all of those.
What is?
Talladega
Nights. Probably. It's the most, it came out in that era when everybody was quoting. Blades of Glory has an entire song.
It does.
Buttermaker.
I don't even know what this is.
Ted Lasso. These are movie coaches.
Oh.
Ted Lasso, Bombay, Buttermaker.
Dale.
Coach promote.
I don't
Coach
know. I
Connecticut.
don't know the other one. Extend. Hire.
Fire. Promote.
Dale.
So Lasso, Bombay, Buttermaker, and Dale.
Who's Dale?
I don't know.
Oh. Diana Taurasi. Norman Dale from Hoosiers.
Never seen it.
Actually?
Doesn't look like it entices me at all.
It's a good movie.
Hoosiers is a good movie.
Hoosiers is a really good movie.
What?
You have to.
Yeah.
You're a sports guy.
Right.
Gotta watch- every
I
sports
don't
guy's
like-
got to watch Hoosiers.
It just didn't seem like it's a very exciting brand of basketball.
Well, no. Jimmy Chitwood wasn't, your modern day LeBron James, but
I
Did
saw
they
this in high
practice
school. I
without the ball?
completely forgot about it.
yeah, you got to learn how to move. You got to move without it.
Now, Coach Carter.
Is it a
Oh,
real?
yeah.
Is it a
Millions of times.
non-fiction story?
Cruz. Curry before Curry.
And he was. A little more baggage.
We were at the JV game against Scotlandville last week. One of the kids gets a steal from one of our guys, wide open fast break.
Hell yeah,
and
Victor Cruz.
He stops
Tebow.
in the left wing and shoots a 3 and misses it.
That's
It's
awesome.
Unbelievable.
It's
Do
good.
you get mad at him?
I mean, it wasn't my coach. It wasn't my player.
What if
the
it
other-
was?
Yeah.
Oh, what
You
makes
go,
it?
Go lay the ball up.
3's worth more than 2, Coach.
No, go lay it up.
I'm a shooter. But that's exactly what.
That's a
You probably
Jordan
watched
Poole
that movie
move.
before the game.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Tebow Cruz.
I need to watch that again.
Oh, it's what's her face from The Office. I can't remember her real name. She was the second Pam. Erin is her name in The Office. I don't know her real life name. And it looks like it might be, is that Bradley Cooper's hair?
It's a good-looking man,
It is. It's a good beard. It's really good hair.
and that's Bradley Cooper's hair.
It's gotta be. But what's her name?
When are they going to come out with that pill?
Which
I don't
one?
know
The
what
limitless one. Need it.
Yeah? You need it?
I'd drink blood for it. He's in a tight spot.
Yeah.
I can't think for myself at all. Then they start mainlining it.
I know.
That's dangerous.
No.
What's their real name?
I don't know her real name. Her
I have
name
no
is-
idea.
Her name is Erin in the show.
That's not her real name in the show either. That's just what they call her.
What was her real name in the show?
I don't know. I forget.
Ellie Kemper? I have
Yeah.
no reference of if that's right or wrong. She's in commercials for like Kohl's now.
Yeah. Just doing her thing.
That's all. Ellie Kemper.
Oh.
Oh no. I mean, that is her, so maybe that's not Bradley Cooper. No, that's got to be Bradley Cooper. It's not Bradley Cooper. Wow. Who is the man? You're telling me that's not Bradley Cooper's hair?
Is that Garfield again?
No.
Who's this Garfield character?
James Garfield?
Oh,
That's what I was thinking.
I have no idea.
James Garfield or Andrew Garfield?
Who's James? Sometimes, names. Oh, he's a president.
We
There
need
you go.
someone to lie here.
Is it Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, I could see that too.
Maybe. I really thought it was Bradley Cooper's hair.
Andrew Luck.
Oh, jump scare, Lloyd.
What?
It's Derek Carr.
Oh.
It is.
He was third in MVP.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
he
He
was
was. He went nuts.
Is that the year that they played Mexico?
Texans.
No, like
They played the Texans in the playoffs.
in Mexico.
Remember, he and Patrick Mahomes went like back and forth.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was.
I don't know if that was 2016. It might have been 17, but it's 100% Derek Carr.
Penn State. Was he not the coach of Penn State before?
Who, Bill O'Brien?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Former Pac-12 school.
Most recent former Pac-12 school to win a national title in men's basketball.
Arizona.
No, they haven't made the Final Four since like 2000, huh?
Pac-12 national champions. Who was in the Pac-12? Oregon, Arizona,
USC.
Arizona State, USC,
UCLA.
UCLA. It could be UCLA.
Is it
kinda like
UCLA?
Arizona.
Did they win one in the 2000s?
UCLA is who?
I want to say Arizona won one in the 2000s.
I mean, there were some good Arizona teams.
I think they were always Final Four, never.
Right.
I think they were.
No,
bridesmaids,
it's not
never
Kansas.
bride.
Kansas has always been Big 12.
What's in the Pac-12? It's not Stanford.
It has to be UCLA.
UCLA, USC, Oregon, Oregon State, Arizona, Arizona State.
I don't think it's Arizona.
I feel like it's UCLA, but I can't. I don't remember when.
I can't
they
remember the
won
year
one.
either, but I think they didn't.
It wasn't the Kevin Love.
I think it's
Did they win one in like 05 or something?
no.
06, they beat LSU.
They did beat LSU in
And then
06.
they lost, right, in the national championship.
Yeah.
Because they beat LSU in the Final Four. Jordan
Glimmer
Farmar.
saying they won 2006 when LSU made the Final Four.
They won that one.
They did?
I mean, I remember them beating LSU. I didn't
remember.
watch it.
When did
I think
Arizona
it's
win it
UCLA.
all?
Arizona hasn't made the Final Four since like 2001.
When it's Arizona, I'm going to be really upset. Because I think.
I mean, it hasn't been anything recent.
No.
Arizona got there not recently, but recently.
Yes.
I don't know if they won at all, though. Because that sweaty coach, Sean Marks,
Sean Miller.
Sean Miller, Karl Marx.
With Ayton.
No, they didn't make it then.
No, I know. They lost.
Yeah, they lost early.
Early.
Round one.
Yeah.
To Buffalo.
Yeah, they did.
UCLA. And then if it's Arizona, we'll double dip it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's Arizona. Nice. Are you upset?
Yeah.
The Cobalt. It was Arizona. 1997. Wow.
1997.
I thought it was
Yeah.
early 2000s.
I was watching an Arizona game and they were like, "Yeah, they haven't made the Final Four since
Chevy
the 90s
Cobalt
or some shit." And I was like, "What?"
I don't know. I don't know the Cobalt.
1995, literally 2 years apart,
Chevrolet.
Chevy
or
Cobalt.
1 year apart, I guess.
Chevy Cobalt.
Sounds right.
Yep. Chain restaurants. An Illinois judge recently ruled that this major wing chain is still allowed to call their boneless wings wings after saying they are essentially chicken nuggets.
Probably B-dubs.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Or Wingstop.
Wingstop.
Because those are the big boneless.
The big boneless.
Not spineless, boneless. Major wing chain. What's in Illinois?
Chicago.
Right. Why would they be ruled there?
I don't know. Chicagoans maybe got upset about.
These are nuggets.
These are not wings.
Yeah, they all say it's B-dubs.
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 I mean, it is the most popular. In 2005, this network dramedy became the second series with 3 Best Actress Emmy nominees in a single year. Network dramedy in 2005.
This is where you lose me.
It's going to be Grey's Anatomy.
Got no fucking
Feels like
clue.
Grey's Anatomy time period, but I don't know.
I couldn't tell you.
But it feels like the time period for it.
I don't watch TV like this.
Oh, Dr. Doolittle. I don't know if
I have no idea.
It is Dr. Doolittle. I don't know if it's Dr. Doolittle. I think they came out with a second one, but Eddie Murphy was in that one too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
They're going to clean up your looks with all the lies in the books to make a citizen out of you. Couldn't tell you.
This is a tough stretch for us.
It is. This is a bad day. Bad day. Bad. This is the only way for us to go positive in this one. We're sitting at 4-4 right now.
Is this music?
Yep. We're sitting at 4-4.
Band.
Oh, I guess you're right, Glimmer. I didn't think there was a comedic element to Grey's Anatomy.
There was.
I wouldn't know.
I feel like it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Not a big drama.
I
guy.
couldn't tell you the answer to this one.
We are struggling today, Stevie. We all are. Teenagers.
That's Gage. By the Chemical Band. If he's right,
My
I'm.
Chemical Romance.
Let's go Imagine Dragons. We're gonna trust Gage. Imagine Dragons.
Was it right?
Imagine dragging these balls across your face.
Oh, nice.
That's all I think of when I think of
So let's go Arizona for Poge.
Yes, please.
Zana.
Shout out Poge.
Yeah.
5
All
and 5.
right, 5 and 5. We'll be better tomorrow.
A bad day. No, we won't. We
Okay.
won't be better tomorrow. We'll be
Good.
worse tomorrow.
Good. Let's see how many we can get wrong.
1% every day.
0 for 9, 0 for 9, 0 for
Anthony
9, 0
Kibb.
for 9, 0 for 9.
They were 1 year separated. The national championships: UCLA '95, Zona '96.
Who won the 2006 national championship?
Was it UConn? UConn was good that year. Beat LSU that year. Rudy Gay. But I don't know if they won.
Florida.
Oh, yeah. They sure
Went
did.
back-to-back.
Now I remember, yeah. Working Corey Brewer.
Al Horford.
Joakim Noah.
Joakim Noah. I always thought as a kid that his dad's name was Joe and his mom's name was Kim.
They put it
They
together.
just put it together.
His dad was a professional tennis player.
Yeah. I ended up learning that when I realized his dad's name wasn't Joe Noah. And his mom wasn't Kim Noah.
You'd be. What would your name be?
If my parents' names were put together. Casey Tingle. Because my parents are Casey and Stacy. So it'd be Casey Tingle, which would just be my dad's name.
Casey Anthony.
Lloyd would be Tim Lee, Courtney.
We're silly. Dad's name's Russell.
Okay. So So we're silly Courtney.
We're silly.
That's not a bad one.
Me and Rosillo. Dana Rossini.
Stamy.
Stamy Cowley. Stamy Cowley. Poggi?
That's not the worst
What
name.
would your parents' names combined be for you?
He's
Poggi.
He's Stamy.
Poggi.
What's your dad's name?
David and Michelle. So
Deshelle.
Deshelle, yeah.
David Shell.
Michelle Vid.
Michelle Vid.
19.
That's what
Michelle
where
Vid
my,
19.
That's where my head went first, and I didn't.
It's a disease. All right.
David Shell. David Shell Poggi.
LeBron and Serena.
Dave
Labrina.
Hartel.
Labrina.
Labrina.
Nick and Kim.
I can't believe you said that the other day. We appreciate you guys. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 8 to 10 a.m.